Hi everyone. So in this video, we're going to work through a year 12 trig question, a trig question where we will have to use either the sine or cosine rule and also the half AB sine C area of a triangle formula. So in this question, we have a triangular lawn, which is modeled by the triangle ABC shown in figure 1. The length AB is 30 meters long. Given that angle BAC is 70 degrees and angle ABC is 60 degrees, Part 8 of the question says calculate the area of the lawn to 3 sig figs. But just before we get into the video, I want to make you all aware about a web app that I have created. Now, this app that you see on the screen here is designed to predict the 2027 Edexcel A-level Maths topics that will come up in your 2027 exams. So now that the 2026 exams have finished, we now have access to those questions. So what I've done is I've analysed all of the questions from 2026 back to 2018 and also including the sample and the specimen Edexcel papers. And I've used that data to put together a model which will predict the topics for the 2027 exams. And if we just scroll down here, you will see how accurate this model that I'm using is. So if you do want to have access to the full predictions for the 2027 exams and also have access to a web app which will generate mock exam papers based on these predictions, that is what you can get if you do sign up to this app. Just go to the link in the description of this video, and also you can get the link to this web app in my bio. Click that link, sign up. You can see on the top right of the page here, you can sign up. Sign up to the app and you'll be able to access all of these 2027 predictions. Now, as we just said, the area of a triangle, is given by the formula half AB sine C. Half AB sine C. And remember, when you have lowercase letters on a triangle, the capital letters will be the angles opposite that lowercase letter. So in this question here, we have this 30 meters labeled there. Let's just call that lowercase a as a length there. Then that means that this angle C at the top would have to be capital A. Now, with the side on the left here or the side on the right, that could be either B or C. I will just call the side on the left A and I'll call the side on the right C. So therefore, this is side B. So that means that capital B, that's fine there. That can remain as a capital B. And then the side on the right of the triangle, we will label that as C. So that means this angle becomes a capital C. So now if we sub into the half AB sine C formula, the area of this triangle must be a half multiplied by A, which is going to be 30 in this case, multiplied by B, which we don't know at the moment, and then multiplied by sine C, and the C is going to be 70 degrees. So obviously we don't know what that B is going to be. So we're going to have to use either the sine or the cosine rule to work out what that B will be. So I just write up here, use either sine or cosine rule. So which one will we pick? Well, remember with the sine rule, you use the sine rule if the triangle involves two sides and two angles, or if the question requires you to use two sides and two angles. And you use the cosine rule if the question requires you to use three sides and one angle. Now, in this question, we have two missing lengths that we don't know, so we can't use three sides when we do this calculation. So straight away, you can kind of eliminate the cosine rule by process of elimination. So we're going to use the sine rule. So we have two lengths that we want to deal with, so the 30 meters and the B. And we've got two angles in the question, so we will use the sine rule in this question. Now, let me just get rid of these circles. So if we use the sine rule, we should know that the sine rule is as follows. So it's A over sine A equal to B over sine B. Let's just write this down here. A over sine A equal to B over sine B. So the A, as we said, is 30 meters, so 30 divided by sine A. Now, if we just go back to the diagram, we know that this angle there is 70, that angle there is 60. So angles in a triangle add up to 180. So that means that the angle at the top is going to have to be 180 minus 70 minus 60. So that would be 50 degrees on the top here. That must be 50 degrees. So we have 30 over sine 50 is equal to b over sine b, but b is 60 degrees. If we go back to the diagram, you can see that b is 60 degrees. So sine 60 down here. Now we can multiply the sine 60 over to the left side. So that means that b is equal to 30 sine 60 divided by sine 50. So now we can sub this into the area of the triangle. So therefore the area is equal to a half times 30 times 30 sine 60 divided by sine 50 and then multiplied by sine 70. So if we just go to the calculator and work out what this will be, so again, this is 0.5 times 30 sine 60 divided by sine 50 times sine 70, and this gives me 478.05, 178.05, but the question needs 3 sig figs, so this rounds to 478 meters squared to 3 sig figs, and that's our answer there for part A. Just another quick interjection. If you are currently doing Edexcel A-level Maths and you feel that you're struggling or you're falling behind and you're not quite getting that grade that you need to get in order to get into university, or perhaps you're a parent watching this and you're worried about your child's progress, what you can do is you can head to my website. Now, my website is in my bio and also in the description of this video. Click onto the link and you can watch a brief video about me and my background. You see this video on the screen here. In this video, I outline the style and the structure of my tuition. You can also read some of my reviews and testimonials from other parents and students who have worked with me on this website too. So if you feel like one-to-one tuition is something that would benefit you in order to get the grades that you need to get, then again, just head to this website. And what you can do is you can book a free 90-minute call with me. And in that call, we'll spend some time discussing you, your situation, your ambitions, what you want to achieve, the grade you want to get, and why you feel like you're struggling and why you feel like maybe tuition is the right path for you. And we'll also spend some time basically doing a free trial lesson where I will help you out for free with any particular topics or any particular areas of the syllabus that you know you need help with. And by the end of the call, we can then discuss whether one-to-one tuition is the right path for you to get you that grade you need to get. So once again, the link to my website is in the bio and in the description of this video. Now for part B of the question, why is your answer unlikely to be accurate to the nearest square meter? So if we look at our part A answer, we gave our answer to the nearest square meter, and that was 3 significant figures to the nearest square meter, as we can see. Now, in this model, we're given the length of 30 and the 2 angles of 70 and 60 degrees to 2 sig figs. Now, that may mean that in reality, the angles may not be 70 degrees and 60 degrees or 30 meters, that length at the bottom, to 4 or 5 or 6 sig figs. So if we're looking for an answer accurate to 3 sig figs, in this model, we would really need to know the values of 70, 60, and 30 to 4 or more sig figs to guarantee an answer accurate to the nearest 3 significant figures. So that's one answer we could say with this question here. So let's just write this down. So part B, the length of 30 meters and the angles 60 degrees and 70 degrees are given to 2 sig figs in the model. We need these values to be accurate to 4 or more sig figs, to 4 or more sig figs to guarantee an area. Correct. to the nearest meter, which again was 3 sig figs, as we just said a moment ago. Now, there are a couple of other answers you could say with this one. You could think more about the shape of the triangle when answering this question. So in reality, if you think about a triangular lawn, it's unlikely that a triangular lawn is going to be exactly a 2D flat shape. It could be, bumpy. You could have kind of like bumps in the triangle here. So yeah, that's something else you could say as well, that it's unlikely that a lawn is going to be 100% flat. I mean, you could have like holes and kind of holes that are digs inside the lawn there. So an answer like that would also be fine as well. I will also write that down too down here. Let's just say that alternatively, let's just rub that out and correct my bad handwriting. So alternatively, it's unlikely that the lawn will be exactly flat and two-dimensional. So therefore, this would lead to potentially an inaccurate answer, potentially an inaccurate answer. Now, hopefully that does all make sense. But if you do have any extra questions, of course, just feel free to drop a comment below and I will get back to you if you do need any clarification with anything from this video.